Hello boys and girls, I've been away for a little while. I've been on holiday, and then after my holiday work took over, so I haven't had much time to be making videos and putting videos out. You have been getting your book reviews like clockwork as ever. Every Monday there's a new book review out on my YouTube channel, atheistic_socialistic, so go ahead and check that out. But my last video was on Iran and the trouble with Iran that America and Britain seem to be having. An update on that: Trump actually launched an attack on Iran. I don't know if you know this, but he launched an attack on the country and then decided halfway through, while the planes were in the air, to cancel it, and they turned back and landed and nothing really happened. And that was a bit anticlimactic, but that's still going on, that situation. That's still developing. And in fact, I think the last development was Iran said that America and the White House is infected with mental retardation, which I can't. But that's that. The other development is in our own country, on our own side of the pond. The Tory leadership contest is now whittled down to two members, two candidates, Hunt and Johnson. Both arguably utterly terrible. But I keep seeing people talking about this online and saying, I'd rather have Hunt, I'd rather have Johnson, I'd rather have this, that, and the... Unless you're a fully paid up member of the Conservative Party, of which there are 120,000 in a country of 53 million people. Unless you're one of those people, it's not up to you. You don't get to decide who becomes the next Prime Minister. And this will be the third time a Prime Minister has been decided without a working mandate, without a working majority in the last 10 years, in the last decade. Cameron didn't have a working majority in 2010. That's why he teamed up with Nick Clegg. He then gained a majority in 2015, then called the Brexit referendum, fucked it, because he wanted a Remain vote. I fully believe he wanted a Remain vote. Left the Tory Party, put Theresa May in his position. She called an election in 2017, failed to do that, failed to get her majority strengthened, or even keep her majority. So she had to bribe the DUP, an Irish extremist party, with £2 billion of her money to keep her job. Now she's on the way out the door, and they're about to put in a third Tory Prime Minister with no working mandate, no working majority. Something needs to change. Our electoral system needs to change. Or we need to start voting for candidates who are honest and reliable and who are actually going to do things that are in the interest of the people and are in the interests of the working classes and the middle classes, not purely in the interests of the upper classes, corporations, CEOs, big bosses, bankers, fat cats. We need to start electing people who are going to make a difference. And yes, I know they're hard to find. I know an honest politician is like finding a needle in a haystack, but they do exist. They are out there. They are sitting in the House of Commons today, tomorrow, the next day. They do exist and they are out there, and we need to start supporting them because they're a dying breed. But as I was saying, unless you're a member of the Conservative Party, fully paid up and subscribed, you have no choice. You have no say until the next election. You don't decide who the next Prime Minister is. As long as the Conservative Party keeps managing to weasel and slime their way into power, bribe their way into power, form coalitions that bring them into power, you have no say. No say in who the Prime Minister is. Something needs to change, because we have a choice now, or the Conservative Party has a choice now, between a man who has openly expressed racist views in the past, a man who has said black people have Piccadilly smiles, a man who has said Muslim women look like letterboxes and bank robbers, a man whose domestic life is an absolute shambles. And I know that's not normally relatable to, how a person would want to run a country. But let's not keep in mind that the police were called to Boris Johnson's house a few days ago because neighbours reported screams of a woman screeching, "Get off of me," glass breaking, things being thrown. This is the potentially future Prime Minister's private life. How is he going to run a country? The man who held prank callers on his phone when he was Foreign Secretary for 18 minutes, fully convinced that they were representatives of some foreign diplomat. How many state secrets can you give away in 18 minutes? And on the other side, we had the man who systematically destroyed, berated, and persecuted, arguably, the NHS during his time as Health Secretary. A man who was an incompetent Foreign Secretary at best. So who is it? We don't decide. We don't We don't get a say. We're just peasants. We have to sign up and join the Conservative Party in order to get a say over who becomes the next Prime Minister. So something needs to change. Stop talking online about I'd rather have Johnson, I'd rather have Hunt, I'd rather have this, I'd rather have that. You don't get a say. It's not up to you. You have to be signed up to the party. You have to be subscribed and paying the party a membership fee to decide. That's all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.